I still maintain this. If I was his manager and he is getting out of prison, the luckiest fucking thing you've ever seen happen to anybody where he gets out early because of COVID and all this, I would have said, we're leaving all the negative shit behind. We're leaving all the gangster shit behind. You're going to be positive. You're going to be fun. You're going to be a fucking YouTuber. We're going to completely change who you are. And because I know that he is a amorphous blob of a human being who has no real personality, I think that he could have easily adapted to a completely different role. The problem is that he wants the approval of the streets, and that's why he thinks that something like "Slide for Vaughn" is going to be an effective slogan for him.
You had everything until the problem is he wants. The problem is he didn't have that vision. He just didn't get there.
He thought that was the only way to be cool.
He just he pulled the Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He's out here making moves, calling shots, and sometimes you make dumb moves and you want to run it back.
Twitter.
You're like, wait, that shit is worth what? I offered to pay at the peak. No. But Adam, you got vision, bro. And here's the reality. Every day, people are in a position of opportunity, and a lot of outcomes can happen. You can capitalize or you can fumble the bag. That would have been a great vision for him to capitalize.
My fantasy manager role for 6ix9ine, you know what I really would have done? Ooh. I would have got a band. We're going MGK on him.
That's brilliant.
But we're not going to be pop punk. We're going to be like more metal. Because his vocal style is I think it would work good with like a guitarist and everything like that.
The foil to gangster rap.
We put him on Ozfest. Guess what? All these metalheads don't even know what snitching is. This is not like a thing for them. They're not going to judge you the same way. He could be
I'd still
huge.
Support it. If you want to do it now, bro, I'd still support it, man. We need a foil to
You're right, though. It is a great idea, even though I just laid it out there, and it would be really embarrassing if he took my advice. It would just work so good.
I think it would work.
He needed to do something dramatic, and instead he did the exact same thing he was already doing and got no results.
No, what though would have worked better? If I was them, bro, I would have banned him from even speaking English. He should have done just a straight Spanish, bro. Take that late into his old Spanish.
That's
shit.
The other route. Yeah.
Fuck English. Don't even speak English out here, bro.
And you could do metal. Yeah. You could do metal shit, and you could do the Spanish shit because the audiences don't cross over at all. They're not even gonna know that you're doing both of them. Make 2 YouTube channels. You'd be fine.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to ask you for advice for Flacco, because Flacco, when he came here, he's a law and order kind of guy. He's a guy who wants to see criminals punished for their deeds and whatnot. Yeah. And he's made some statements that have been somewhat controversial because, hip hop really reveres the streets. Sometimes, like when the YSL RICO came out, it really felt like Flacco was kind of rooting for the feds or rooting for, whoever was trying to imprison them. What is your advice to him on how he should message to the public? Because this seems like something that he could use a little bit of advice on.
Well, let me give you the first bullet point, which is we have a problem with over-incarcerating Americans. We put people in prison way too often for way too long, and we also have a problem with actually encouraging rehabilitation. Now, make no mistake, I've seen this firsthand. Prison breaks people and it makes people, and it shouldn't do that. It should make people at a way greater ratio proportion than it does right now. So listen, if you're looking for why you should be more BLM versus ALM, is very simple. It's that we got to fight the tide. The overwhelming momentum is we're fucking incarcerating people who just have a lack of opportunity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so you should never, ever hesitate or feel like you have a responsibility to law and order above everything. This case, NBA YoungBoy, he fled from police. 25 years ago, I don't know that 12 guys in a box would have said him not guilty. Even 4 years ago, pre-George Floyd, I don't know that 12 people in a box set him free. Post-George Floyd, America is like, wait a second, how fucking racist are we exactly? These are just people. They have badges and uniforms, but they're just people. They're the same people they were before they put on their badge and their uniform.
Yep.
And with the YoungBoy case, it really, really drives that point home, and it really shows it to you.
Yeah, I feel like so my controversial take was, if they're innocent, free them. If they're guilty, lock them up for life, right? That was what my controversial, which to me, if they're innocent, free them. If they're guilty, keep them in there, right? Especially if murders are involved. I just never
I think it's because everybody knows they're guilty of at least a little bit, right?
Yeah, but
maybe not the worst stuff.
I couldn't figure out why
somebody's guilty of it. Maybe Young Thug could effectively argue that he's not the one who was ringleading the whole thing, but somebody's guilty, right? So when you
feel
say
like,
if they're guilty,
yeah.
throw them in prison, everybody at home, even if they don't actually think this, is thinking, oh, he wants to see him thrown in prison because somebody's guilty here, right?
I feel like Gunna is probably the one where if I had my best bet, he's probably the one who could probably, you know, like escape from out of this and do probably like 5 years in prison. But
Yo, if they go Gunna, but what do you mean throw people away, lock away? For what?
Yeah,
For
and
anything?
even that.
no,
lock
no,
them
no,
up
no,
for
no,
life.
no, no. I'm talking about like the people who were involved in the murders, right? You know, in a quote unquote like
You
white
think we don't go
indictment.
hard enough when we catch people?
Well, like we're just speaking about like the YSL indictment, right? So when it first came out, you know, like we were just told, yo, like murders are involved, et cetera, right? So what I said was, if they're innocent, free them. However, if you killed somebody, you should be in jail for life.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, you know.
That's fine. But you know, we got to just take a step back on what that YSL thing really is. It's 28 people. 28 people ain't killed 28 people.
Of course.
That's
Absolutely.
not what they're saying.
Hey, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe. We just hit 200K. We're trying to get to 300K.
Turn this up.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's go.